Sugar boom boom. I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom boom.
After 6:00 p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:20 p.m.
Sugar boom boom. I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom boom. I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share of drogas, but we...
Hello! West Alameda! It's after 6 o'clock. Time to give a shout out. Thank you to all the frontline, the essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, the bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, those who work in the restaurants, the hotels, the postal employees, counselors, the teachers, the parents. So please, if you hear my voice, would you clap your hands, honk your horns, shout, make some noise! All right, frontline workers, thank you. Hey, what's going on, Facebook? How's everybody doing? Ain't nobody on here, but that's all right. Somebody get on here later. I appreciate whenever y'all do get on here. So, let me do this. Today is... Today is 453. Since April 1st, 2020, this is the 453rd day that I have been doing this shout out, showing appreciation for the frontline and the essential workers. According to the coronavirus pandemic live on YouTube, as of 5 o'clock today, on June 27th, 2021, we have had 3,943,185 people have died due to COVID-19 throughout the world. And right here in the United States, it's been 619,434. And look over at the black on June 26th, which was yesterday, 3,936,724. But I want you to look at the black for the United States. 619,333, which was yesterday, and today is 434. So that's like 101 people have died since yesterday. So I mean, that's like, whoa. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, we was losing like 500-600 a day, you know, even up to 1,000 a day, but we're at 101, so that's really a good thing. So I want you to look at the green, which represents April 2020. It was 263,000 throughout the world, and in the United States, 73,000. So that's a big difference, y'all. As always, I'm asking for prayers and thoughts for the victims of coronavirus all over the world and right here in the United States. And also, I'm asking for people to keep in your prayers and in your thoughts those who have died at the condo collapse in Surfside, Florida. The death toll is now 9. They're still searching for people. They're still searching for people. Their estimate is based on how many people were living there and the fact that people are still missing. So as of this point, they are still looking. I was going to ask you to please remember all those who were killed murdered by thugs, by drug dealers, by the Ku Klux Klan, the Nazis, the police, the gangbangers, the rebels, government troops, vigilantes, road rage, FBI, law enforcement, the co-workers, like what happened down in San Jose where the co-worker came in and just killed all the people. These were ATU members, Alameda Amalgamated Transit Union. So these are ATU members, and they were murdered by a co-worker. Terrorists. We're talking about foreign terrorists and domestic terrorists. We have our own domestic terrorists right here in this country. They're called white supremacists. They're called Nazis. They're called Ku Klux Klan. They're called white supremacists, the vigilantes, and that's what they are. MAGAs. Ethnic genocide. People who have died because of somebody else's stupidity. Somebody got drunk, somebody got high, somebody stole a car and was trying to get away from the police and ran over and killed somebody. Somebody who died because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they might have just been going to the store. They could have just been on their way to church or coming home from church or whatever the situation was. They got killed by somebody else's stupidity. So remember them, keep them in your prayers. I also like to ask you to say their name. Ronald Green, he was murdered by the Louisiana State Police on May the 10th, 2019. Angelo Quinto, he died on December 23rd, 2020, right here in the Bay Area, killed by the Antioch police. It was death in custody. So, give some time, look them up on Google, YouTube, Facebook, whatever media thing that you want to look at it. Look them up and judge for yourself whether you think that's something that was, I'm not going to try to influence anybody. You just look it up and see for yourself what you think, okay? All right, birthday shout out. Today, the birthday on June 27th, this is happy birthday to Terry O.G. Terry O.G., happy birthday to Pierre Ace, and happy birthday to Elizabeth Natalie. So happy birthday, Terry, Pierre, Elizabeth. Hope you guys have a great birthday today and many more. Historical birthday. I know y'all heard of this man, Paul Laurence Dunbar. He was born on June 27th, 1872. He's an African-American poet, a novelist, a writer. He actually wrote his first poem at the age of 6 years old. He died of tuberculosis at the age of 33 on February 9th, 1906. But his father, Joshua Dunbar, was an escaped runaway slave from Kentucky. He made it to the North, and he joined the Union Army. He actually joined the 55th Massachusetts. Y'all know about the 55th. Everybody knows about the 54th Massachusetts, which was like all black, and 55th was also all black. 54th was the one that fought in them. That was in the movie Glory with Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. So yeah, his father was in that, and he was also in the 5th Massachusetts, which was a black cavalry unit. Okay, his mother was a teacher, and so this man came from some strong stock. His mother, when the mother and father were no longer together, his mother basically homeschooled him, and he ended up going to school in Ohio, and he was like the only African American student at the school, and his classmates were two brothers by the name of Wright. Yes, Wilbur and Orville Wright. Those two guys that ended up doing the plane and stuff. Well, I just realized that the Wright brothers was not racist, or at least when it came to Paul, they wasn't racist because they actually helped him by printing some of his poetry and stuff. Okay, so they were friends of his for
Sugar
a long
boom boom,
time.
I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:30 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed.
So that's my little thing. Let me know. Hurry up. I can't stay on here too long. But anyway, the Wright brothers, and he, yeah, so he lived during, sometimes he wrote poetry. He was also a novelist, and he was a writer. A lot of the poems that he did, he used what they call the Negro dialect. Like he would write, "How you doing?" and "Who that there?" and "What them." He did that because that's what white folks wanted to hear. But he would also write his poetry and things in regular American English. So I guess you have to do things to be able to sell your product, and that's what he was doing. So Paul Laurence Dunbar, born on June 27th. Today is the day for him. So Paul Laurence, happy heavenly birthday. Thank you for what you did. And I'm sorry you had to leave at such a young age, but your legacy is here. We appreciate you, brother. Right on. BAHALA NA. The United States carries out airstrikes in Iraq and Syria against Iranian-backed militias. I don't really know what's going on. Everybody's over there in Syria. I don't know. You got the Russians on one side, you got the United States and France and allies on the other side, and then you got ISIS involved over there. You got all kind of different groups over there in Syria fighting and stuff. So I just leave all that alone. I don't know anything. I'm just putting this on here because they carried out airstrikes. Everybody's bombing the hell out of Syria. Don't make no difference whose side you're on. That's just what they're doing. It is what it is. New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is one of the reasons why I will not get in a hot air balloon. Yeah, I mean, I ride on an airplane. That's about as high as I need to go. But the pilot and 4 people from New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, decided to take a ride up on a hot air balloon, and the hot air balloon struck power wires. And when it did that, it snapped the basket where the people was in it, fell down, and killed all 5 of them. It was like, no, thank you. I ain't riding no hot air balloon. And if you talking about, hey, this is romantic, this would be a good thing to do, I'm like, nah, forget that. We ain't going to be romantic because I ain't going in a hot air balloon. Hey, Cynthia, yeah, no air balloon for you? I know that's right, babe. Me and you, we ain't going on hot air balloon. Nah, we ain't doing that, babe. We gonna look. I ain't even getting on a roller coaster. I ain't doing none of that. But yeah, that's why I won't do that. I mean, an airplane, I will get on a plane, but I'm not doing all that other stuff. All right. So historical event, the Battle of Echohoy on June 27th, 1760. And this was Chief Saraway and 500 Cherokee defeat 1,500 British Army regulars and white colonial militia. This happened during the French and Indian War. Okay, so just to give you a little background, the Cherokee was originally on the side of the British during the war between the French and the British. So the British told the Cherokee, hey, y'all, come over here and help us fight the French. Cherokee said, well, what y'all gonna do for us? So, well, man, we gonna give y'all money, we gonna give you food, we gonna take care of your families, we even gonna build a fort, we gonna build 2 forts to protect your people from the French. Cherokee said, "Well, all right, man, come on, we got some boys. They need to go to war and fight. We do it." So they went to go fight with the British. The British may have one of the best military armies in the world, but they also have some of the most incompetent generals. And the general who they had leading this thing was totally incompetent. And the Cherokee, they was like, man, this is stupid. Why are we following this dude? He don't even know what the hell he doing. Let's go home. So the Cherokee said, we going home, man. You ain't gave us what you promised us. You ain't doing nothing. You just, speak with a forked tongue. You lying out your mouth. We going home. So they went home. And on the way home, they was like, well, we hungry. And they seen some cows. And they went and killed some cows. And the South Carolina settlers, they was like, oh, hell no. You can't come up here and eat our cows. So they went out there and they killed the Cherokee. So the Cherokee got mad and killed the settlers. So now they're going to have this war where the Cherokees, who was originally on the side of the British, are now fighting against the colonials who are under the rule of the British. So, a big old thing. Anyway, Chief Saraway and 500 Cherokee ambushed these white boys. I ain't prejudiced, but I'm calling them white boys because they was white. They had like 300 white South Carolina militia. They hate Indians. And they was in the advance party. The Cherokee waited. They ambushed the vanguard, which was these militia. And them punks ran. They ran. As soon as they captain got killed and a couple of their men got killed, they ran. And that left the British on their own. Okay? So then the British was sitting up there, and so a whole bunch of British got killed, and the Cherokee, they won that battle. All right, but it's all things good. There's always something bad. They eventually end up losing the war. And these are the same Cherokee in 1838 are forced to go on the Trail of Tears by Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was the president of the United States. He was also a slave owner. And he was the one who was responsible for the death of so many Native Indians. During his administration, they passed the Indian Removal Act, where all Indians living in United States territory had to leave and go to Oklahoma. So that's something else that happened. Okay, y'all. So that's my history lesson for today. And let me turn this thing around. So that's what's going on with that. Make this quick. Cynthia, how's the weather out there? Okay, so we having a heat wave out here, but the heat wave didn't really come about right here in California like that. But, it's still in other parts right here in the Bay Area. It was actually overcast this morning. So today I end up going to the flea market. There's a flea market at Laney College. I went to the flea market. Okay. So it's 80 degrees where you at. Yeah, that's probably about somewhere where we was at, maybe a little bit less. But the flea market was nice. The only thing is you got to go to the flea market early, because if you go late, they closing down at 3 o'clock. And I think I went there about 2:30, close to 3. So they was already closing everything down. But it was a good little thing. So that's what happened. That was my day. And last night, I went to the Lakeside. Lakeside. For those of you in the Bay Area, check out the Lakeside. It's an OG club. It's the Lakeside Lounge on East 18th. Right there, East 18th and Park Boulevard in Oakland. Okay, so that's a nice little spot to go to. It's fun. For me, it was fun. I enjoyed myself. And Cynthia, as far as I know, we haven't had any big fires out here in Cali yet. So let's hope it stays like that. All right, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here because my alarm went off at 6:30. And it's about to go off again at 6:40, which means I've been on here way too long. And so,
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom.
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:40 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share.
all right, that was my sugar boom boom. Anyway, y'all, Bahala Na. Remember I told you Bahala Na means it's Filipino. It is what it is. What will be, will be. But it also means that when you fall down or you run up against that roadblock or an obstacle or something, you don't let that define you and you don't let that keep you down. You just get back up and you continue to struggle. So, Bahala Na. Mabuhay, Aman La Uetu, Harambe, Ashe, Hokahe, Aho, Jayu, Mahalo, Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, Insha'Allah. Hey, grandbaby. Look at you, my pretty grandbaby. Yeah, this is my grandbaby. She come out here now that the thing's over with. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's my grandbaby. Can I have a kiss, grandbaby? Ooh, I love that kiss. That was a big, nice kiss. Can I kiss you? Let me kiss you. Mwah. All right. So anyway, we're going to get up out of here. Me and grandbaby. So, grandbaby, can you say, Mabuhay?
Mabuhay!
I like that. Bahala na.
Bahana!
Now you got to make a fist, grandbaby.
Bahala!
I love you, grandbaby. I love you, grandbaby.
Papa is actually learning France.
He's learning
France.
what's that?
France.
Oh, French. He's not learning France. He's learning French. Where's he learning French at?
On his phone.
On his phone?
In the room.
Is that right? Oh.
Writing.
So do you know how to speak French?
No.
Tell your papa, say, comment allez-vous?
What does that mean?
How are you?
Ah.
Say, comment
Comment?
allez-vous? You say, bonjour. No, do this one real easy. Say, bonjour, papa.
Okay.
Bonjour,
Papa.
papa. That means good day, papa. Say, bonjour,
Bonjour.
bonjour, papa. And then he said, then you know how to say thank you? Say, merci,
Merci.
merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Dang, grandbaby, you pretty good. All right. Tell everybody bye.
Goodbye.
All right, bye, Cynthia. Okay, we'll see you later. Say bonjour, papa.
Bonjour.
No, to your dad, not to me. All right, y'all, I'm up out of here. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. You know, if you ain't vaccinated and you choose not to be vaccinated, I ain't judging. That's on you. For those of you who are already vaccinated, right on. I got you. Yeah, like that. It is what it is, right? Bahala na. Okay, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay strong. Peace out.